at the Flying Cruise Inn is this C-47. Now this C-47 is called Black Sparrow, and it commemorates the D-Day invasion. In fact, the lead airplane in the D-Day invasion. With me, we have 5 veterans, World War II veterans who in different ways served on the C-47. Gentlemen, you watched this C-47 come in today. You saw it fly by, you saw it take off. Tell me what you felt when you saw it come.
Shivers down my back.
Tell us your name.
Bob Cessna.
Bob, how old were you and what did you do on the C-47?
I was 19 and I was a radio operator.
And where did you serve at?
Europe.
Howard Martz. I've known Howard for a long time. Howard, 60 years since you flew on a C-47. Tell us what it was like.
Well, it was quite a thrill. It was very exciting, and I'm sure was glad to get it going.
And your job was?
I was a radio operator. I flew at the 334th Troop Carrier in the Caribbean.
Tell us your name and tell me what your feelings were.
I'm Roy Harper. I was used for them to come real low in.
And I know you used to fix them when they were broke. Tell us what you did.
I was a open fabric specialist. That was all the control surfaces on the planes and the gliders.
You know, I saw some tears come out of your eyes.
My name is Bernard Rourke. I was with the B Company, 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment, the 101st Airborne Division. I didn't work on these things, but I flew on a lot of them. And today was the first day I ever climbed off of one of them using the stairway. It was really a nice experience.
Just tell us your name.
Earl Pease. I appreciate being able to be here to see this. I have flown in one of these quite a few times. I was in the OSS at one time, and we hauled supplies and rationing down over French Indochina out of Rangoon, Burma, and I've flown the hump 6 times. So, and we moved. I was in a machine gun battery before I was in the OSS, and we moved by C-47s and C-46s.
Is there any experience that you'd like to share with us?
I can remember the jump into Normandy. I hate to say this in front of these fellows, but the pilots weren't used to the anti-aircraft fire, and they got a little bit excited and didn't quite slow the plane down like they should have, and they had us scattered pretty well all across Normandy.
The time we come back in, we had to dump our load at night to lights, see, and if we didn't get the lights, we couldn't unload it. So we had to come back and land with our load, and the runway at Rangoon was pretty short, and when he got to the end of the runway, he had to turn, and it blew the tire, and on the right side, and the swing on the right side went down and touched, and it was a little scary.
I went over on the Queen Mary, and I came back on the Queen Mary, and we about upset the Queen Mary when we come into New York Harbor. Everybody got over on the Statue of Liberty side.
Well, we were taking officers down to southern France for R&R in the pilot, and we was flying over the, flying along, and the doors to the compartment of the pilot and co-pilot came open, and they were both asleep.
Howard, give me a story.
Well, mostly the cargo work we did was generally routine, but there was flying is generally lots of routine things and a couple of moments of terror. And we had some engine outs and some close calls, but we always seemed to get back.
Good old airplane.
Good airplane.
Joining us is Lee Smith, the captain of the C-47. Lee, you fly this C-47 around to different air shows. How does it make you feel when you see these veterans come out and see their airplane?
Really good. It's a great airplane, and it's great to be able to bring it back to them, for them to be able to see it and enjoy it. It's what gives me the freedom to do it. They went out and fought for our freedoms, and we need to thank them because we now have the freedom in this country to do the things we'd like to do. And a lot of other countries don't have those freedoms.
The C-47 that was the lead airplane in the D-Day invasion. Could you tell us just a little bit of history about that?
Well, the lead aircraft in the D-Day invasion was painted just like this aircraft, and they had jumpers on board, and they went in and dropped their jumpers that morning, and then later in the day they also, I think, towed some gliders in as well and dropped some more jumpers. And so what we've done with this C-47 is it has the original paint job as the lead airplane in the D-Day invasion, and it has the metal seats just like the paratroopers sat on the inside. So it's very original in that sense.
Lee, you fly this around. Is there anything you want to say to these veterans?
Just thank you for what they did, making us, being able to provide us with the freedoms that we have today. Them going to war for us allows us to have the freedoms we have, and that's why I'm able to go out and fly this aircraft and take it to shows to share it with their grandchildren, and it's a lot of fun.